everybody. It's a pleasure to be here talking to you today. Today we're going to talk about our project called Porto Leve. It means light port. It was an idea projected by our president Gouveia, that is here, and today we could show some results for you. So, not only talked a lot, but big centers, we have a lot of problems. So, as Recife is not different, and we have the growth of the urban centers that cause a lot of problems for us. Problems like pollution, traffic, noise, stress, everybody started to know about that. So, Recife is not different. Today we have 174 new cars per day in the city. It's too much. And represented in months, we have 3,800 cars per month. It's a very big number. So if you continue like that, we're going to reach 1 million cars until 2020. It's too much. So we have to worry about that now before we reach these numbers. If you look to the national average, we have 1 car for every 5 Brazilians. And Recife has 1 car for every 4.7 people. So it's less than the rate of the country. It's a worse scenario. So there is a good point and a bad point. The good point is that it means the country is developing fast. And more people can buy a car, of course. However, the city does not keep the same pace. The city needs to grow, and it also needs to grow with safety, with comfort and sustainability. Well, so we think in smart cities. When we think in growth, we think in smart cities. Smart cities development always adopt practices to improve 3 things: quality of life, economic development, and environment preservation. So it contributes to a sustainable development. Sustainable development for us is the development that seeks to meet the needs of the current generation without compromising the future generations to meet their own needs. So we need to worry about our children now. Let's talk a little bit about the Porto Digital, the place you are now, so everybody is familiar with. And how can we change this worry scenario? So the Porto Digital works. Our main principle is make this machine work. This picture is very good because it represents very good where we are. So we try to make the connection between the academia, the government, and the market. And as we are an urban park, we are also worried about the place, the city. So don't forget about the historic center of Recife that we are now. This is the area we occupied. As you can see, you are in this island right now, and we have a lot of strategic actors here. So we have the city hall, we have some big companies. So this connection is easy to do, and it makes the park work fast. We think it's small, and we are growing fast, so we expanded to this square that you can see above in the picture. Our numbers, just to know how big we are, we have 230 companies, we have 500 entrepreneurs, we have 7,000 employees, and a billing of 1 billion reais, not dollars, yet. These are some main companies that we have in the park. Maybe you know some of them. This is some awards that we won. In 2005, we won the bigger technology park of the country, elected by A.T. Kearney. Twice, we won the best technology park of Brazil in 2007 and 2011 by Unprotect. In 2008, we were chosen by IASP to be as one of the 4 models in the Learning by Share edition. In 2008, we were elected an official technology cluster in Pernambuco by the Ministry of Science and Technology. 2009, we were one of the examples, the reference model of the triple helix by Henry Edskovics. 2009 Business Week considered as one of the 10 places in the world where the future is being created. It's a lot of words. And the last one, this year, was the main one. We're going to have this presentation with our colleague Emmanuel Caret tomorrow. Well, okay, so we are the best, the bigger, but we also face problems as any technology park, especially due to the rampant growth of the city. Problems like, for example, the lack of parking spaces here in the island is something very complicated. We face mobility difficulties and a long time spending searching for a place to park. So you can see this picture is very good because you can see the cars sharing the parking places with some machines. Can you see? And a red car that is waiting for another one to move, and so he can take this place. So it's a very common scenario here. Well, what Porto Digital is doing to help change this scenario? The Porto Leve project. It's a mobility and safety intelligent infrastructure urban solution. Let's present it for you. We have three main objectives. The first one is we want to provide special services to this environment. Services that are based on two things: innovative technologies and ecologically sustainable. It's very important. And we want to improve the mobility, the safety, and the comfort of the people that work here, and also the tourists and everybody that can walk on the park. By reaching these objectives, we are also being able to be more attractive, to be a place of reference of innovative technologies, and to be a smart region. For the people, we are helping them to have a better life quality and making Recife a smarter city too. So, Porto Leve project has three main axes: mobility, safety, and study center. And we have a very good support from three special actors, that is the City Hall, the government, and the Ministry of Science and Technology. Without them, we couldn't do this project. So the first axis is mobility. Let's talk a little bit about that, what we are doing then. We have a bicycle sharing system, a car sharing system, a smart parking system, and an intelligent system of information. The first one is the bike sharing system. We have 10 stations, 100 bicycles, 3 neighborhoods, because it's the neighborhood of Porto Digital, that's Bairro do Recife, that you are now, and 2 neighborhoods around. In these bike stations, they use solar energy, so we are contributing to the environment. For you that want to experience that, you can take a free pass in the reception here if you have a Brazilian phone and email. If you don't have, you can also take 2, because we did some special cards for you to try this. So just go there and ask for your free pass, okay? And our results, we have 9 months of project. It started in January, the bicycle system, and we have 38,000 registrations in the system, 28,000 trips, and around 6,000 passes sold. So you can see that the people that buy, they really use every time. Here's the map, and the red circles are the stations that you can find around the island. Well, about the car sharing, we didn't implement it yet, but it's in developing. We're going to plan to have 3 electric cars that has 2 passengers and works in the same way of the bike sharing system. The smart park system. The idea is to have 2 private parking with 200 new places to parking. The idea is to leave your car there and choose a way to move to your final destiny. You can choose a bike or you can choose a car. Oh, sorry. And we have now 54 places available, and they are full. 54 people using. It's really a worry here. And we have the bike station inside the parking. The intelligent system of information. It's a very good thing. And for you that have Android cell phone, you can download the application, and you can see, for example, how many bus stops you have in the island, which lines of the bus stop in each line, in each bus stop, and information about the roads that the bus can do. And we are still implemented more information to provide you, like the traffic, and in which in some minutes the bus will pass here or not. So here is an example. In the picture you can see the screens of the developer. So you can see in the second picture how many places you have in each street for parking right now. It's alive. In the third one you can see the bus stops and the bike sharing stops easy. In the fourth one you can see the lines that pass in a specific bus stop. And the last one is the roads that the bus can do. Well, everything of this we are talking about will be integrated in in your cell phone, so you can use, you have just one development and you can use all of them. The second axis is the safety. We are also worried about the safety because if you have mobility solutions and you don't provide safety, people won't use. So, talking about safety, we have two specific applications. One is the automatic reading of car plates. Another one is the car identification and blocking. The automatic reading of car plates, we plan to put a camera. If you saw the picture I showed before about the Porto Digital, you saw that we are an island. So we are connected with the city by bridges. We have four bridges. And in each bridge we have a camera that will read your car plate. So with this information we can do a lot of things. We can see, for example, what time your car came in the island and what time your car left the island. We can have the times of more traffic in the island and wherever. It will help the traffic managers and the public safety agencies. The car identification and block. For ones that want to have your car monitored, we can install a chip inside your car and we can track with this device where your car is. So we can be able, for example, to make the car stop if you wish. If your car is, I don't know, thief or something, we can make it stop. And we use radio frequency cells to identify where your car is in that moment. And it can allow lock the car, it can allow locate your car and have tracking for statistical purposes. And change also the traffic lights time to improve the movement inside the island. And the last axis is the study center. We want to promote the debate. We don't want to stop here with these ideas. We want more ideas. So we want to provide you a channel to communicate, to promote debates, to stimulate the creation of technologies and solutions. So we have a lot of searches right now, searching for mobility news, mobility projects, and they can share each other. And so we are having this study center too. Conclusions? I mean the time column. Okay, as any project, we also face some difficulties. So with the electric cars, for example, we planned before to have the golf cars, you know, the cars they used to play golf, but we couldn't because they cannot circulate on the island in the streets. They just can be used in closed places like hotels and etc. And other models of electric cars are not available to buy in Brazil. So we are facing some difficulties, but we're gonna solve this, don't worry. Another problem we faced was on the smart parking, because it's not easy to find a place here to open parking. It's not easy to find a parking place, and it's not easy to find a place to construct to have a parking places. Here is a historical area, so it's protected by IFAM. It's a public institute that controls the changes you can do and you cannot do in the island. So to find a place, a free place that we can construct a park is still difficult to find, even in the neighborhoods around. And the bike share system, because when you put stations on the streets and the sidewalks, you have to interact with other actors, with public actors, and each actor has your own rules that you have to follow. So it spent more time than we planned, but it's part of the project. Well, the good results of the project is, for example, our bike sharing system that is operated since January. It inspired 2 new projects in the city. The mobile bike lane with 25 kilometers, and the bike PEPA, how can I say? It involves 3 cities, 20 neighborhoods, 70 stations, and 700 bikes. So the Porto Leve inspired that. So if you can see the graphic, this is how many trips per month the bikes done. So in the first month it was a lot, because everybody wants to try, everybody wants to walk. Then you permanece, and in June, July you see that it goes down, but it's because of the rainy time. So nobody wants to take a bike in the rain. Yeah. And if you can see in September, it makes room. And it means because the other 2 projects I talked before, so people, in the first moment, people was using just to move inside the island, people that work in the island, in the weekdays. But now we can see that the people are using also in the weekends, so for other purposes, tourists and leisure. And when they integrated the systems, the use is being more intensive. It's good. Well, our solution brings innovative and environmentally sustainable technologies. Also, Porto Digital, by doing this project, is a place to experiment in new technologies and can be implemented in the rest of the city, as these other 2 projects did. And it makes the Porto Digital a smarter region and also Recife a smarter city. Improving mobility, security, and convenience of park works is also mean that we are improving life quality. And we are getting a better attractiveness of the park. So as new companies are coming and new investments are coming, it's a very good result for us. Okay, and what are the next steps? Next steps are implement the rest of the project. We are in the middle. To improve the plan, to make it self-sustainable, because we have a plan for this. Every money that comes in, for example, the bikes rental money, the parking place money we get, it's being in account for the project. When it ends our funds, it will be self-sustainable. This is the plan. So we want to improve this plan to make it better, and continue to stimulate the public sector to make Recife a smarter city. That's it. Thank you.
Obrigado, Cidinha. Vamos agora a Jane Davis. Por favor, Janice, please, Jane Davis. Please, can. The floor is yours.